Good evening and glad to have you back with me this time on Wednesday and the 15th. At this time, we are closely, of course, watching weather conditions for tomorrow, which could include some heavy rainfall, adding up to a total of maybe 3 inches for us over the course of less than 24 hours tomorrow. And there's some models that say that 4 inches is not out of the realm of possibility. With that said, I'll have an updated forecast for you in a few moments, talking about low pressure passing to our north and a cold front being brought along with it tomorrow and tomorrow night, and what we expect to see thereafter as well. So very important forecast for your Thursday. We've got a chance for some showers and some light winds tonight, but the bulk of the heavy rain and possibilities for the severe weather are mostly for your Thursday. But again, an update in just a few moments. I can tell you that indictments were released today, handed down by the sitting Johnson County Grand Jury. A number of indictments. I will have a complete list of those for you on tomorrow night's program. While a structure fire happened in McGoffin County last night, my editor, Heather, with the Sayersville Independent, of course, reached out to Tanner Stevens with the District 3 Volunteer Fire Department today, and he confirmed that a mobile home burned to the ground on Little Road in Royalton just before 8 o'clock last night. When fire crews arrived, it was completely engulfed. The back part of the mobile home, at least, was fully engulfed, and they were able to extinguish it by around 10 o'clock. However, just before midnight, fire crews were called out again to the same residence, and this time it was completely engulfed. Stevens said the fire had spread throughout the trailer and was starting to spread to a neighboring home, which did briefly catch fire as well, but District 3 was able to extinguish that fire before it could spread with minor damages to the wall. No contents of that second home were damaged. Stevens also told Heather that after extinguishing the fire for a second time, they were called out yet again to the home early this morning at around 4:35 due to neighbors being concerned that it was going to spread and ignite their homes. Again, District 3 stayed at the site until it was deemed not a threat to those surrounding structures. Fire crews were told there were possibly 3 people inside the mobile home when the fire first started at around 8 o'clock. But District 3 searched the mobile home and it was determined to be all clear of people and pets. While the fire remains under investigation by the Kentucky State Police arson investigators. No names or other information were released at this time. Heather will have an update in tomorrow's edition of the Sayersville Independent, as she will as well have an announcement that we just received from our Middle Fork Fire Department. This sounds cool. They want to invite everyone to their first annual Middle Fork Community Day, March the 4th, 1 till 7. Everyone invited to come out and just have some fun. They're going to have cornhole tournaments. They're going to play rook, as I think they're kind of known to do over there at the fire department. Horseshoes and some other games, trophies as well, and everything is going to be free. No entry fees or anything of that sort. The fire department is also selling a Southern catfish fried dinner with battered catfish, fried potatoes, greens, cornbread, and coleslaw. It's making me hungry. Your choice of a drink and a dessert. Desserts are apple dumplings or banana pudding, $10 per meal. They're proud to serve the community of Middle Fork and the county of McGoffin, and they would like to invite you cordially to this event. It sounds really fun. I'll remind you, March the 4th, 1 till 7. When I come back, our first of a number of headlines this evening. It's Dipper Day tomorrow at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Yes, you can get our famous all-white big chunks of crispy chicken any day of the week as a snack, a meal, or as a party box. But on Thursday, Dipper Day, you get the meal that's dippers with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $6.79. Only at your Sayersville Lee's. Also famous for our ice. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
AppalachianWireless.com is here to make your life easier and save you money. Sign in or create a self-care account to pay bills, view usage, or check contract dates. You can also apply for paperless billing and auto pay to save up to $5 per phone per month on postpaid plans. Forward pay customers, you can also renew or change your plans and pay your bills online as well. It's self-care at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
McGoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at McGoffin Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Salyersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot-related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics.
You've read about him in the books. You've seen him at the movies. Everyone loves Paddington Bear. The charming, accident-prone, marmalade-loving bear is headed to the Mountain Arts Center on February 27th. This hilarious, fun-filled comedy is filled with mischief, mayhem, and a whole lot of mess. A hysterical show for the whole family to enjoy. Don't miss Paddington Gets in a Jam. Get your tickets today at macarts.com. This presentation is partially sponsored by the Kentucky Arts Council.
Making headlines tonight outside of the viewing area, a Rowan County teacher and basketball coach arrested for having an inappropriate relationship with a student. Kentucky State Police say that they've been conducting an investigation into said relationship between a student and this man, a teacher at Rowan County High School. And after doing so, 39-year-old Andrew Zahari was arrested and charged with rape in the third degree and lodged in the Rowan County Detention Center while the investigation is ongoing. What we know about Zahari is that he was a teacher at Rowan County High School. He was also an assistant basketball coach at Rowan County High. The Kentucky High School Athletic Association's website actually has him listed there as a JV, junior varsity coach on the boys basketball team. Reports are that he was said to have had a relationship with a 17-year-old student, and after learning about it, school personnel called the Kentucky State Police. Zahari, in addition to being arrested, has since been placed on administrative leave by the school district as well. Here in McGoffin County headlines, a local man has been jailed on a count of murder in the Big Sandy since September of 2021. There is a hearing set for tomorrow here in McGoffin County Court in this case, where we are told it looks as though a plea deal in the case has been reached between the accused and prosecutors. Back in March of 2021, state police and local authorities responded to the Coal Branch area of residence on Coal Branch, which of course is located in downtown Sagersville, where a man's body was discovered on the front porch of a residence there, I believe a trailer or mobile home, maybe a camping trailer if memory serves me correct, in which had resided Jack Whitt and Jamie Bailey. After authorities arrived, they found Bailey dead on the front porch, where he was later pronounced as such by the McGoffin County Coroner's Office. Whitt initially told authorities who responded that there was some sort of a disagreement between the two and that Bailey had actually turned the knife on himself, causing his own fatal wounds. However, investigators later believed and determined through their investigation that they say Whitt was the one who allegedly stabbed the deceased with a kitchen knife that was recovered from the area. Fast forward to September of that year, 38-year-old Jack Whitt of Coal Branch was indicted by the McGoffin County Grand Jury on a count of first-degree murder for causing the death of Jamie Bailey, who was 41 at the time and formerly of Campton, but most recently a Sagersville resident. In regards to that hearing that is set for tomorrow, it is believed to be a hearing for consideration of a plea agreement, the details of which are not available as of this time. We will have those just as soon as they are made public. Up next, a few new details in the case, the federal case that is, of 4 people being charged as it relates to Kentucky addiction centers, one of those 4 being a former Magoffin County woman. On February the 2nd, a federal grand jury in United States District Court released an indictment against Dr. Jose Alzadon, Christy Berry, formerly of Magoffin, Michael Bregenzer, and Barbie Van Hoos, saying they submitted fraudulent Medicaid and Medicare claims for healthcare services they did not perform, or services that had been upcoded or billed at a higher level than they actually were, and distributed quantities of a controlled substance, including Suboxone as well, for which they were not authorized. According to the indictment, Christy Berry, formerly of Magoffin, and Bregenzer were owners of Kentucky Addiction Centers, which has 4 locations, including this one in Johnson County, with Dr. Alzadon, a licensed medical doctor, working at the clinics to treat patients for opioid addiction, and Van Hoos was a billing manager for that company. There were 13 charges listed in the indictment from October the 17th through April the 22nd. With the judge in the case 5 days ago, just last week, Danny C. Reeves filing an order recusing himself from the case and ordering that it be reassigned via a random draw to another judge assigned to accept criminal cases in Lexington. To date, a jury trial has been set for Dr. Alzadon, set for tentatively April the 11th in Lexington. A notice has also been issued prohibiting him from applying for the issuance of a passport or passport card while the case is ongoing. The other 3 are scheduled to appear for an initial appearance and arraignment in U.S. District Court in Lexington on the 23rd of this month. More to come right now, tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. It's Commodity Day tomorrow at the Magoffin County Senior Citizen Center, 11 till 2:30. They need help, and you can come before that as well and help them get the food prepped and ready to go. It is a big job and a very all-important one as well, and they always need your help. Also, to all of their clients, everyone has to report your 2023 income to continue to get services. Magoffin County Senior Citizens tomorrow, 11 till 2:30. Anyone who has some time to spare, please stop and give them a hand. Water into Wine, their food pantry, tomorrow is their Senior Commodity Day, and that will be 9 till 11. And I want to remind everyone that if you're on the regular list, to get there by 9, because they'll start to serve those on the waiting list at 10. And the community calendar is serving you any night that you've got something you need to tell everyone about, birthdays or anniversaries, of course, and then, of course, those very important announcements for your church, group, club, organization, nonprofit, what have you. And this is how you tell me so I can tell everyone else. Up next, obituaries brought to you nightly by the Magoffin County Funeral Home Services have now been set for 87-year-old Calvin Line of Hensley Road. He passed away on Monday at his home. Son of the late Edgar and Lena May Line, he's survived by his wife, Ina Nell, daughters Linda Jones, Judy Penix, and Karen Collins, brother Sherman Line, and sister Peggy Howard, as well as 4 grandkids and 3 great-grandchildren. Services in his honor start tomorrow at 1 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Friends can call on the funeral home this evening for visitation. Services have been set for tomorrow at 3 for 46-year-old Ricky Lee Barnett of Sagersville. He passed away on the 12th at his home, son of the late Ricky Lee Barnett Sr. and Wanda Williams Barnett. He's survived by his son, Brandon Scott, and daughters Khadidra Lachey Barnett and Aaliyah Sky Barnett, as well as his brothers Christopher and BJ, and 2 grandchildren. Services start tomorrow at 3 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be this evening until 9 and tomorrow before services. And Dottie Lou Montgomery Collins, the daughter of the late Callaway and Molly Minix Montgomery, passed away on the 13th, day before yesterday, preceded in death by her husband, the late Captain Eddie Collins. She's survived by her husband, Nicholas Kraft, 2 children, James Christopher Collins and Chantel Collins Settles, a stepchild, Patty Kraft Leahy, 2 grandchildren, her sister, Linda Ann Montgomery Parker, brother, John Philip Montgomery, and another brother, Stephen Montgomery. Memorial services for Dottie Lou Montgomery Collins will be held this Saturday at 3 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Friends can visit the funeral home from 1 to 3 on Saturday prior to the services, and in lieu of flowers, the family requests donations be sent to the American Cancer Society. Ratliff & Ratliff Family Dentistry, locally and family-owned since 1969, is now proudly providing treatment for headaches, jaw and muscle pain. They offer trigger point therapy along with Botox to effectively treat and reduce symptoms of TMJ pain. And Dr. Beth Ann, member of the American Academy of Facial Aesthetics, also offers Botox therapy and dermal fillers for all of your cosmetic needs. Call 349-2812 to schedule an appointment and allow their highly trained and friendly staff to take care of all your dental and cosmetic needs. Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. Don't let Mother Nature be the one to remind you about your tires. Stop by Conley Tire and let them make sure that you're safe in getting from A to B. Tires, wheels, oil changes, brake repair, and maintenance. And be sure to click on ConleyTire.net for all the latest offers with 6 months no interest payments at Conley Tire or ConleyTire.net. The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
As our legislators are back in session and it is in full swing, being discussed to some degree at least is abortion in Kentucky, where Kentucky's current trigger law, as it's referred to, bans most all abortions. It says that someone who does receive, however, an illegal abortion can't be subject to any criminal conviction and penalty under that statute. However, a Republican state representative, Emily Callaway from Louisville, has proposed legislation similar, I believe, to what has been proposed in the past that would allow Kentucky to prosecute a person for criminal homicide, for murder, if they got an abortion illegally. As I understand, Callaway filed House Bill 300 on yesterday as the Kentucky legislature continues, and with that, there's been numerous individuals weigh in on the matter. House Speaker David Osborne indicates that it's at least his belief that the bill will not make it very far. Daniel Cameron, Kentucky's AG, also has announced that he is not supporting House Bill 300, which was introduced into legislature for consideration yesterday. He says, unlike House Bill 300, Kentucky's current law, the Human Life Protection Act appropriately values the life of a pregnant woman and her unborn child and does not permit the prosecution of pregnant mothers. With that said, I guess we need to wrap it up by talking about your weather forecast. Indeed, just as I come into the office for the last time, I guess around 3 o'clock, I got the latest information for your weather, and then just sitting down a couple of hours later just to do this show, the most recent update had changed significantly just that amount of time, as rainfall amounts have been ramped up, understandably so, in regards to what's headed this way. We're now looking at the potential for 2.5 inches of rain, maybe a little more on the high side tomorrow, and still some models say that even more than that is not out of the realm of possibility. Nothing happening out there right now. As you saw over my shoulder, a pretty nice evening out there. A few light showers to our south, and that pretty much sums it up for another few hours, but a low-pressure system passing just to our north will bring a cold front through the region tomorrow and tomorrow night. And out and ahead of that, showers and thunderstorms will affect us from late tonight, technically early tomorrow morning into your Thursday night, and heavy rainfall may result. We could see some flooding issues. We'll have to keep your eye on it tomorrow. Here's the breakdown as far as the timing is concerned and the potential total rainfall amounts. Showers and thunderstorms, really like after 4 a.m. is when I think they'll start to roll into the viewing area. Southerly winds 3 to 15 miles per hour up until and around that time. Nothing that dramatic. But tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms throughout much of the afternoon. And right now, we're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall during the day tomorrow, maybe another 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch tomorrow night. So on the high side, that's 2 3/4 of an inch or inches of rain for the area in a relatively short amount of time. And again, some models are saying that we could see some areas get in on more than that, 4 to 4.5 inches or so. That's what some models are actually depicting. Winds tomorrow is also going to be a factor. They'll be a factor at 38 miles per hour, I think, gusting at times out of the southwest. And it will be just a rainy, windy, dismal day where we'll have to, again, watch low-lying areas and some flooding possibilities. Out beyond this, cold air. Friday, a chance of some rain, possibly mixing with some snow at around 9 a.m. or so. Temperatures are going to fall. We'll see 36 for lows tomorrow night, and then they'll continue to fall to about 34 or so by like 10 or 11 Friday morning. Winds out of the northwest up to 20 miles per hour at times, so we could see a few flakes. Nothing to accumulate, but a few flakes. 20 degrees Friday night with winds still up to 17 miles per hour or so. And then as you saw, Saturday sunny and 48 and 29 for your high and for your low. There's the latter half of your weekend improving to 58 or so on Sunday. Sunny and breezy, but 58 and 40, and no more precipitation for the last half of your weekend. Moving on, Monday, 59 and 40 for President's Day. And we will see breezy conditions as well, and shower chances 40 to 50% on your Monday. An increased 60% chance Tuesday with still highs in the mid-50s at 56 and 39 for your high and your low. Wednesday of next week, I think we'll still hold on to the 50s and the 30s for highs and lows with some sunshine and still some lingering shower chances 3 days into next week. A big reminder, McGoffin County, Lady Hornet and Hornet action is tomorrow night in a doubleheader. Ladies first at 6 o'clock, boys following at around 7:30. This will wrap up regular season home play as well for the boys and girls. And I'll have highlights for you, of course, on Friday's program tomorrow. As before mentioned, Johnson County indictments and a host of other news and information that you'll only see here. And I hope to see you then for that. Thank you, and have a good night.